Hey guys, it's Coach Kimmy. Today we are talking about things to help you look like a pro on YouTube with a few simple changes. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is improve our lighting. A lot of times we don't have enough light. You may need to get a selfie ring, okay? Now today I'm using a selfie ring that I have at a distance, and I also have natural light which is coming from my window. So let me show you. A selfie ring there, and then that's my natural light there, okay? So I have plenty of lighting. I'm going to bring the camera back. Hold on one second. Plenty of lighting today. And you want to make sure when you're filming your videos, you have plenty of light. Some days you may not need the selfie light. I may be outdoors and I have plenty of natural light. That's why I really like to do most of my filming before it gets dark, because the natural light in my area is amazing. It really is. Now I got that ring light because I just want a little extra crispness to my video, okay? And that's something you want to do too. People can be forgiving on a lot of stuff, but if they can't see you and they can't hear you, it's gonna be a problem. They're gonna click off the video. So we want to do things that will make us look like a pro on the camera, and then in turn, if you look like a pro, you're gonna feel like a pro, you're gonna talk like a pro. Okay, the next thing is position your camera at eye level. So the way I have my camera right now is you always want to make sure that, and this is going to be number 2 topic, but actually number 5 is going to cover this also. But you want to position yourself at eye level. So I don't want to have to be looking in the camera like this, right? Or looking down like that. I need to be right here in the center of the camera. So that way I'm not off topic when I'm talking to you. You don't have to be following me, because you might be looking and doing this too. You see me doing that, and then you at home and you try to move and follow me. Okay, so we got to make sure we're at camera eye level before we start actually filming. And it took me a few minutes today to get this camera set up, because I was in a chair. It was too low. And when I was sitting in the chair, I'm like, well, I couldn't get my whole body in there. Then I couldn't get this in there. I wanted to make sure this part of my t-shirt was in there. Then I had it where I couldn't get my flower in there. So it took a few minutes today. Then when I sat over here, I want to make sure, what do you see? Because whatever I see in the background, that's what you see at home, right? So you also want to keep the background back today. Keep your background clean and organized. Again, today we're working from a different perspective. Usually I have another wall that has a whole lot of pictures on it, and I particularly like that background. So I did a whole video on something similar. But again, let me know if you're watching this video, what are your thoughts? Do you think that I should keep using this background? Did you like my other background with the family photos and my YouTube little plaque-y thing I got? You know, so tell me what looks better. What do you do at home? Do you have a clean background? Sometimes you just don't have it. If you don't have a lot of rooms in your house, you got to just work with what you got. Okay, sometimes it may be that you need to go to the park. I see a lot of people doing park videos. I love park videos too. Just walking in the park, just sitting on the park bench. Whatever it takes to start hitting record and let people know your message. That's what you got to do. And again, for me, I love sitting in the park. I like sitting on my front porch area. I sit in my back a lot. It depends on what you're talking about, though. It depends on your topic and your niche and your audience. So that's not, if I'm trying to teach somebody how to be a rocket science or scientist, I'm not getting ready to be sitting on my porch, because the audience is looking like, well, most rocket scientists, this is not what they do. You know, no. But if I'm baking and I'm in the kitchen and, you know, I decide, you know what, let's try these cookies outside. I'm going to sit outside and have my cookies and do my taste test out there. That may be fine, you know. So you just got to always think about what it is you're talking about. Who is your audience? What are you trying to sell? What are you trying to teach? Because it all has to go together. It's one package. Okay. Next thing is wear solid colors that stand out. Now, for me, I'm a color person. Your girl going to bring the color. The girl gonna bring the color. I love me some paint. So whatever your color is, though, again, it goes into your logo. It goes into your branding, okay? Don't just, like, right now, if I did not have on the colors that I have on these pillows and stuff on this couch, that little gray couch back here and that plain wall, that might be a little drab for some people. They like, ooh. Most people like some color. Most people. And again, it doesn't have to be the brightest all the time, because your girl gonna rock her colors. But for you, it might just mean, you know, have a nice pale green if you don't want a bright green, you know. See, you see my green right here. Your girl like green, orange colors, right? like I said, but just whatever it is for you, but just make sure you bring some life to your video. That's the point. Because if it's too drab, again, people might just turn off of it. You know, we are visual people naturally, so it's like, I like this, but I don't like that. So people are looking at everything, and it's not right. Your message could be thebomb.com, but they are looking at your background, okay? So they are trying to see, again, if your cat walking through the video. You know, I've been watch people in their videos. Again, no shade, and you may be this person. I don't know if this is what you like in your house. It's fine, but I see the cat walking across the back of the couch, the dog sitting here licking their face, and you know, it just be doing too much. I'm like, I personally can't watch all that. Now, somebody else get a kick out of it. They like, oh, I've been on Zoom calls, and the professional people now, and the cat walking the screen, and he laying there, and everybody like, oh, Fluffy. No. I think that's unprofessional. But again, why are you doing YouTube? I always got to go back to why are you doing YouTube? I'm not doing YouTube just for views. I'm not doing YouTube just so you can say, oh, look at Kimmi. No, I do YouTube with a purpose. And my purpose is to turn my content into money. Turn my content into monetization, okay? Different ways it can be monetized. So it's not just to sit here and just chit chat with you. It's not. So why are you doing it? The last thing I have is frame yourself correctly in a shot. We kind of talked about that a little bit, but I need to make sure what you see is the main part of me in the camera. And if you're showing something, like for example, if you are showing how to make cookies, if you're showing how to fry a chicken or whatever you're doing, make sure you got all your props in the camera, in the frame of the camera, okay? Because most videos, it depends on what you're talking about, because we got a cooking channel too that we do. And in that one, I need to make sure you can see the food. If I'm telling you about the hamburgers and you can't see it, it's like, oh, okay, that was an epic fail. But if I'm telling you about hamburgers, I want to show you the hamburgers in the video, right? So you got to make sure whatever it is you're talking about, that it shows up on the camera, okay? So always double check your framing to make sure, because my husband is about 6'1". He might be 6 feet. But regardless, a lot of times when we're filming, his head is cut off because he's still getting accustomed to making sure he's within the frame. So don't nobody, you talking and all we can see is your neck. Or you talking and all we see is your chest right there. No. You need to make sure your mouth, your head, everything is in the frame, okay? So let's recap really quick what 5 simple changes you can do. You can improve your lighting. The next thing is position your camera at eye level. Make sure everything you need to see is there. Make sure you keep your background. Make sure you keep your background clean and organized, okay? Doesn't mean it has to be perfect, but just be cautious of what people see, you know, in the background. Wear colors that stand out, because you want to be memorable also. If you only have, like, everything is gray, the couch is gray, my shirt is gray, I ain't had these pillows here, you're not gonna remember that. I'll be so forgettable, but you ain't gonna forget me today with this pink flower, these pink earrings, pink shirt. And I remember them orange pillows. That's the girl that had the orange pillows. Oh, that's the girl that had the flower, right? So you want to be memorable. And the last thing, again, is to frame yourself properly in the shot. Frame yourself properly in the shot. So I am Coach Kimmi. For those of you who do not know, I teach people how to do YouTube, if they're beginners, if they already have a channel, it's not growing, how to become profitable. There's so many different things you could be doing. In the Creators Club, that's what we talk about. Ebooks, how to take that one YouTube thing, one YouTube video, turn it into multiple streams of income. Ebooks, TikTok, courses, memberships, all of that's in the Creators Club. So feel free to visit my website, creatorsclubwithkimmi.com, okay? Until next time, I'm going to encourage you to what? Keep on creating. Yes, keep on creating, okay? Until next time.